The bridge connecting Hong Kong, Macau, and the Chinese city of Zhuhai was inaugurated. The 55-kilometer-long bridge crosses the mouth of the Pearl River, in the middle of which it shortly submerges into a tunnel that allows for the passage of the largest ships. The Y-shaped bridge is split into Macanese and Chinese halves by a large crossroad just outside of Macau. The bridge will be one of the most visible symbols of the Chinese Great Bay Area project, which aspires to step into the shores of San Francisco by linking Hong Kong, Macau, Guangzhou, and other cities in the Pearl River Delta into a metropolitan area and multicultural business center with a population of 67 million people. President Xi Jinping announced the opening of the world's longest cross-sea bridge on Tuesday, connecting the mainland province of Guangdong to the country's two special administrative areas, Hong Kong and Macau. Xi appreciated the bridge's constructors for breaking several world records, saying they represent the nation's spirit of striving to overcome all challenges, national strength, innovative ability, and ambition to be the greatest in the world. The bridge should not only be structurally solid but also well managed, in a bid to contribute to the development of the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macau Greater Bay Area, he said. The project is part of President Xi Jinping's ambitious goal to connect the so-called Greater Bay Area in southern Guangdong province into a high-tech megalopolis rivaling Silicon Valley in California. The Greater Bay Area could serve as a new economic engine for Hong Kong's capital markets and Macau's casinos. With 67 million people, the area would have a $1 trillion economy and would beat Japan as the world's fourth-largest exporter. It also envisions a better marriage between China's industrial force and its one-party state and liberal, capitalist bastions of Hong Kong and Macau, which have their passports, currencies, trade policies, courts, and civil rights. The Sea Bridge is the most advanced way to connect Hong Kong to the mainland. The city connected to China's 15,500-mile high-speed rail network in September with a stunning new terminal facing Victoria Harbor. A train from Hong Kong to Beijing now takes 9 hours and costs less than half of the price of a flight. With the shift journeys, the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macau Greater Bay Area's economic belt has taken shape, becoming an economic circle that can be traversed in an hour, combining Hong Kong's financial services, Guangdong's industrial manufacturing, and Macau's entertainment industry. But one thing is really disgusting, as per people's opinion: the limitations of vehicles in the driveway. Many people who thought their life was going to be easy with this bridge are disgusted with this. The bridge's driveway is strictly restricted. That permission will only be granted to 150 private cars a day, and the applicants have to be Hong Kong's permanent citizens only, and they have to prove they're employed or have a firm in Macau. If there are more than 150 applicants on any day, licenses will be issued by a lottery. The lucky drivers will still not be able to make it to Macau. They must leave their cars in a car park just before the entrance to Macau and continue with public transport or taxi. The journey also comes with 2 border controls, and if one's destination is China, drivers need to change lanes in the middle of the bridge, as traffic drives on the left in Hong Kong and Macau, while on the right in China. Surprisingly, the cargo has reaped great advantages from the bridge. According to the mainland newspapers, till September, goods worth $8.4 billion had been moved across the bridge. Over 90% of this came from Zhuhai and the rest from other provinces in China. An average of 300 cargo vehicles uses the bridge each day. However, the project has received a huge deal of controversy. Some local media have labeled it as the Bridge of Death. At least 9 workers died on the Hong Kong side, while officials informed BBC News Chinese that 9 people have died on the mainland side as well. Hundreds of construction workers have also been injured. Despite receiving a large government paycheck, the constructors repeatedly tried to reduce construction materials. Because of the terrible quality of the cement, artificial islands started cracking and drifting away only a few weeks after they were built. Low safety standards lead to 9 deaths and hundreds of injuries of construction workers. And administrative control discovered falsified stress tests, with the allegation 2 supervisors were given jail sentences. 2 construction companies had been fined 30,000 Hong Kong dollars each over an industrial accident at the bridge. 2 workers were killed and 3 others were hurt. The tragedy took place in March 2017 as workers were dismantling a working platform underneath the ramp. As the platform collapsed, 3 people plunged 3 meters into the water, and 2 of them drowned. There has been some serious economical controversy for this project too, which is pointing to this project as a massive failure. The bridge surrounding link roads and artificial islands cost a staggering $20 billion to build. The main bridge alone cost $6.92 billion. Chinese officials say it'll generate up to 10 trillion yuan or $1.44 trillion for the economy. But one Hong Kong legislator tossed doubt on that figure. Tanya Chan told BBC News Chinese, "I'm not so sure either how the bridge can sustain itself if not many cars are using it. As we already know that there are serious restrictions on the daily number of vehicles, I'm pretty sure that we would never earn that construction cost back. According to an estimate by BBC Chinese, the bridge will only earn around $86 million in tolls per year. The bridge's maintenance costs will already take away a third of this income. This consists of 220 million yuan in maintenance costs, 65 million yuan for major repairs, 37 million yuan in wages for staff, 930 million yuan in interest payments, and 900 million yuan for devaluation. This left a loss for the year of 1.9 billion. It's not clear who will pay this loss. Will it be shared among the three governments which invested in the bridge? Critics have called the bridge a big white elephant that guarantees no economic return. Others have said its main purpose is symbolic, ensuring Hong Kong is physically connected to the mainland. So the million-dollar question arises, why is it built then? The answer is politics. On the one hand, the local government depends on the support of oligarchs, hence the officials need to maintain good relations with the city's richest people. Nothing will entertain a tycoon more than a large construction project from the government's budget. No wonder why such projects are nicknamed white elephants. After a Buddhist legend in which a white elephant is an undesired present as it has no value, yet it needs to be taken care of. The second and more critical factor is the Chinese government's intention to accelerate and expand Hong Kong's coordination and collaboration with China to curb rebel tendencies in the city and prevent the development of rebellious notions such as press freedom, human rights, or an independent judiciary. A bridge connecting two separate territories with mainland China is an ideal weapon in the propaganda armory. The troubled multi-billion-dollar bridge linking Hong Kong to Zhuhai and Macau was hit with another controversy as the chief of the highway admitted two seawalls on the reclaimed land along the east coast of the airport island collapsed over 2 years ago due to irregular extensions by up to 10 meters. Despite discovering the abnormal movements of the two seawalls involving an area of 5,500 square meters in late 2014, the Highways Department didn't reveal the incident until following a media report which accused the body of a cover-up. Controversies about this ghost bridge are not going to end up soon. Now it's time to wait and watch if this is going to prove as a futuristic vision of Xi or another nail in the fragile situation of China's current economy.